scrape it up, and then if you want, you can make it up. Take it up, drop it back down so you shake it up. Scrape it up, and then if you want, you can make it up. Take it up, drop it back down so you shake it up. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm gonna pop it till I drop, cause I ain't dropping Miss Daisy. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. I got a boast, I move like a ghost. Give them that Patrick Swayze's. All of them lost, they knew the cost. I chase them down, I'm the boss. Up in a circle, hitting that purple. If that don't work, maybe a Perk or Madison High. That is the spot where I get paid every raise. Sign on my checks with a big X, then get up out of my space. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. All of my shit, always legit, it's just what my mama gave me. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. Call it a win, once I begin, I'ma do it for my baby. Running back, watch out cause I'm on the attack. Passing by, it's easy, I'm not gonna lie. Running back, watch out cause I'm on the attack. Passing by, it's easy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I am the one, hot like the sun, winning the races that pay me. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. Hitting the throttle, popping the bottle, pour it on top of like gravy. It's never a cap, winning the snap, and no one got nothing to say. I'm in every place, taking every race, nobody can get in my way. Tapping the brake, first to the tape, I never knew how to die. Give all the rest, all of my best, all of that takes running dry. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. You think you know how this will go, don't be so goddamn hasty. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'll see you there, blood in the air, victory's gonna be tasty. Crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The US Group of Companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. US Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uests.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about are the ones you love.
131 Retro.
These go to 11.
Welcome, race fans, to the 6th annual TNT Retro Indy race live at Indianapolis Speedway. You're watching Inside Lane Productions here with Kobe, Jake Atkinson, and myself, Johnny Rapp, in the booth. We're getting ready for an incredible race with 5 different cars, 5 different classes of cars. We have the anything from the old Indy cars, we go all the way back to the Lotus 49s and 79s, and then we also have the asphalt sprint car out here as well. It's going to be a wild race from start to finish with such a difference in speed between all of these vehicles, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. You can see it right here, 50-minute race. No cautions here tonight, and 3 fast repairs, so it's going to be all about a battle of attrition and managing what you have and hoping for the best. You know, hey, some of these cars just aren't as fast. You're gonna have to work with what you got. Six years here at Indianapolis for this race, and it's a pleasure to be on board here with you guys, and we're going to move into our key stories for the race here. So, managing the closing speeds. But as I said, we have 5 different vehicles here, all with very different engine architectures. We have everything from V10s to V8s and 800 horsepower to 600 horsepower. It's all over the place. So it's all going to be about that draft and managing, getting in the corner. It's tight here in Indy. It's hard to go too wide in the first place. But when you have a car that's maybe 20, 30 mile an hour slower in front of you, you got to really manage that gap.
Yeah, morning, Johnny. So we're also going to have understanding and maximize each other's cars' unique strengths around Indianapolis. So making sure you're able to use drafts, sticking tight, watching as the cars go around the corners, seeing where you can make the most of the track and try and survive. The biggest thing is going to be the last one standing, especially with all the different challenges each car produces for tonight.
Going to keep everybody on their toes, and patience is going to be a virtue, as it always is here in sim racing. But with no cautions, it's going to be all about just keeping your foot in it and hitting your marks and avoiding any of the chaos. And hey, a 10th here is worth a lot in the long run in a race like this. The legendary Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Everybody loves to see it, and such a unique thing here. I'm glad you guys brought me on board because I'm definitely interested to see how this goes. We have a lot of cars in here trying to make their way to the front and win their respective classes. Looks like we have over 40 entered for this race here tonight as qualifying is going to get started. I think I think now is when we're going to take our little break here. We'll be right back to cover the last half of qualifying and then get this thing underway.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like SimRigs and Track Racer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
All right, back here live from Indianapolis Motor Speedway as qualifying for the TNT Classic IndyCar race here is well underway. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is open qualifying. We have all of the cars out on track at the same time, and it's going to be all about who can draft the best and work the traffic masterfully to start up front for this thing. Right now, we see Joey Kirk up front in that in the IRO1. There's two of those at the top of the board, and then a whole host of the IRO5 Indy cars, all the way back to about 13th, 14th place right now. And yeah, this is going to be absolute chaos. Just trying to time your runs and get everybody together to make some fast times.
Yeah, it's definitely making an interesting qualifying, that's for sure. Watching how they're going to have to start now, ready for the race, of just dodging all the cars to get a lap in to see where they start.
Yeah, you kind of hear the difference in these cars a little bit, maybe. Oh, we got a huge incident. Is that the I'm not sure who that is, but oh my, to the moon down the backstretch, and evasive action from those two cars coming down as well. And yeah, this is chaos. And hey, it's one of the things, if you want to start up front, you have your head on a swivel getting around this track right now, because I mean, chaos is unfolding in front of you. See right here, where do you go? There's nowhere to go.
It's just a snapshot of what we might see in the race here, Johnny.
Oh, that could be a big development if there is no damage. Maybe it's only for the qualifying. No, I guess it would be for the entire session. But yeah, that's something to keep our eyes on. If these cars aren't going to have to pit for repairs, a little incident won't mean as much. Right now, still at the top of the board is going to be Joey Kirk and Matt Schlosser in the number 400. We have that group of IRO5s with me. Oh, things just shook up right as I was saying that, Jarrett. Corey just went up to third place. Now Tanner Simonis and me person is I know I'm saying that wrong. I apologize, but he's going to be the first one outside of that IR01 class in the number 22 IR05 right now in fifth place overall. First in class. We're going to have to go back maybe a little bit further. We could take a look at, I believe Brian Adams is on track and at number 76. This is going to be your leader in the Lotus 79s at the moment. Classic paint job on that car. We love to see it. I mean, these things just look so cool. Shame they don't make race cars like that anymore, but yeah, right now, looks like he's building up his speed, maybe trying to make another run and hold that first spot in class. And then Garrett Pick is going to be the leader of the sprint car division at the moment, back 21st overall with a 52.487 right now, and pretty handy gap back to second place in his class, about almost a half second to Chase Stewart. We're looking at Joe Pascucci. Once again, I apologize for the pronunciation here, but we're going to do our best here. I'm not used to a lot of these folks. Really, the only one I know is Matt Schlosser. So, but he's in one of the 4 or 5 Lotus 49 cars, those old school round Lotus Formula cars. And yeah, right now he's out there trying to make his lap. Looks like he's lost a little bit of speed, or maybe that's just as fast as that thing will go, as he's coming down the backstretch, getting passed by all these more modern Indy cars, and just doing everything he can right now in that blue and green machine.
Oh, that's another wreck coming down pit lane. As we get ready to start and slowly wrap up qualifying here. Now's the time to put in their laps.
Yeah, just over a minute and a half to go. And it's definitely, if you're going to get a fast lap, you got to be at least building up to it right now. And I mean, such a long lap time here. And we don't see a lot of groups, really. I mean, we see a couple 1 or 2 car groups, but I would think that the fastest times would be with a pack, right? And the fastest cars would maybe be the tail end of the pack. They can drop back and build their run.
So passing these sprint cars might be a bit of a challenge, watching how loose they get on their grip of the corners and trying to make sure you safely pass around the in or outside.
Yeah, I was going to say the inside, the outside, or the bottom if they continue to flip over like that, right? But it's going to be certainly interesting. And we saw it earlier that they were kind of all packed up in practice, and I mean, they could create a rolling roadblock for all these other cars if if it comes down to it,
And not having any cautions is going to make things a little bit interesting. How well can you keep your head on to get through the wrecks and stay running?
Yeah, it's going to be something to watch. But before we get this thing wrapped up, we just about got everybody qualified, and we're going to step away for just a moment, hear from our partners here at Inside Lane Productions. We'll be right back on the other end for the start of the race.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
All right. Well, there it is. Qualifying has wrapped up here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the TNT Classic IndyCar, 6th annual Classic IndyCar race. Starting up front, it's going to be Joey Kirk in that number 19 machine with Matt Schlosser in the 400 on his outside. We have Keenan Jones in the number 42 starting third with Tanner Samoas in fourth. Then we're going to have Peter Dunchak in the number 43 with Jarrett Corey rounding out the fastest IR01. So we're going to move into, we have Anthony Pearson with Alex. I swear you all are messing with. I'm sorry. Cass. We have Thomas Behemoths coming in ninth place here with Miles Glenn Gilsinger on his outside. Travis Fleming is going to be starting in 11th place with Kenneth E. Smith on his outside in the number 3. We're going to have Adam Peeler in his IRO5 starting in 13th. 14th place will be Corey Crowell, and Elmer Joseph and Sean Winkler are going to be rounding out 15th and 16th. And we have Rob Mooney, George A. Ward, and Michael Norman rounding out the IRO5 field.
So here in 21st, we've got Brad Adams. And then in 22nd, we'll have Andrew Holland. Coming in at 23rd, we'll have Kevin Taylors. And 24th will be Andrew J. Watkins. In 25th, we'll have Devon Strauch. Alongside him in 26th will be Garrett Pick. As we move through the sprint cars, we'll get into 27th with Hayden Strickland. Alongside will be Josh Batista. In 29th will be Chase Stewart. 30th will be Neil Rutt. 31st will be Sean English. 32nd will be Zane Jackson. Just behind them, on the starting 33rd will be James Watson. And starting 34th, T. Evans. 35th will be Colin Bennett. Alongside Colin will be Gary DeMoss. Behind them in 37th will be Joseph Pisacuni. And 38th will be Chris Lewin. 39th will be Raul Avis. And in 40th will be Austin S. Hill. We've got a grid here today. In 41st will be Edgar.
Under the green.
Aysford 02, and 42nd will be Kyle Allen. And that is our
You'll
grid
see the
for
rest
tonight.
of. Yep, you see the rest of the starting order on the left on the ticker as it scrolls through. But the green flag is out for the 6th running of the TNT Throwback IndyCar race here. Out in the turn 1, it's going to be Austin S. Hill. No, my timing might be messed up here, but yeah, that IRO1 is out there leading the field, out in the wake, and single file up front for the top 5. We see that second pack. The second car is kind of a side by side as we got to move to the inside here. It looks like Tanner Samoas is going to make a move, but back single file. These things are flying. Yeah, we saw a black flag issued to, I believe it's at Matt Schlosser. My timing might be still all messed up, but we see up front. Yeah, we see up front, Tanner Samoas is going to be leading this thing, fending off the likes of Raw, Alvis, and Keenan Jones here right now. Side by side up here for the lead. Yeah, not for now. I'm sorry. The different classes are messing me all up. This is the battle for, where is this? Yeah, we're looking at the Lotus 79 battle here. And I'll tell you, this is difficult to follow for me, but we see a 3-wide battle down the front stretch for the lead of this pack. The blue car there to 45 is going to edge ahead of Andrew Holland for the time being, and things are going to settle out a little bit, but with the draft, these things are not done quite yet. Andrew Holland looking to build that momentum on the outside, but yeah, not quite able to get it done yet. We see these sprint cars are already getting lapped. We got chaos, absolute chaos heading into turn 2. Big hits all around the track. As we see some of these classic cars maybe finding their way back to the junkyard. Yes. Got a replay here of what transpired here. Coming out of turn 4, we have a car got a little loose, came back down, and man, they pop right back off. We got wheels flying everywhere, a little bit more contact, and then we're not done yet because I think there's even more chaos coming out of turn 4 here as these guys are going. But regardless, oh my, we see a car on its lid down the backstretch. We got a bunny hopping car down on the inside. What is this? We need to go check on these folks, but there is no caution, so they're going to have to wait their time until the medical professionals can get out there to assist them.
So as we come back live, we've still got Alvis out front with Kahori behind with a gap of around 5 seconds in the 01s. And then you got the 05s chasing down with a 20-second gap to the 01s. So you're starting to definitely see the speed differences now as we shake out.
Yeah, I mean, only a handful of laps in, and we've already seen the sprint cars go down a lap, and also all of the Lotuses as well are a lap down already. Look at pit road; it is a busy place right now. We got it looks like maybe 15 to 20 cars that are.
Looks like the pit crews have got their work cut out for them. Looks like a car had no wheels attached down the pit road.
Yeah. Hopefully they got some spares back there behind the wall. But yeah, right now we're going to be looking at the battle of the Lotus 79s yet again. It's going to be Andrew Holland right now. No, Andrew Watkins is going to be leading that battle. They're side by side heading into turn 3. Both those cars look pretty similar. It's going to be hard for me to decipher them, I'll tell you that. But yeah, you see all the way down to the inside is going to be Holland, and man, just picking their way through with that sprint car on the outside, able to get through, but there's still a good 4-car pack for the lead of the 79 class.
Definitely a drive to survive sort of race at the moment around here. As they look to make it 3 wide down the backstretch.
3 wide, and we have
all wide.
Camargo in the middle there was kind of able to edge ahead, I believe, and yeah, he's going to hold that position in class for now. But once again, 3 wide. That was a
more
one of those modern. Yeah, getting by on the outside, and it's going to tame down this battle for the lead a little bit of separation, but these guys are not done yet. That draft is in effect, and we already see it on the inside. Holland trying to make a move on the 59. Huge impact.
And it ain't done yet. Cars are still going everywhere. Cars on its roof.
I don't even know what to say.
Let's just hope that the roll cages and safety features of these cars did their job.
Yeah, I hope they were strapped in tight, because we had about, 6 cars in the air on that one. Man, huge shot to the inside there. That's number 38 of Corey. Is this Corey Crowell? I'm not sure. But yeah, just pirouetting end over end to the inside wall. None of the wheels are left. None of the performance is left in that vehicle. He's going to have to take it down pit road to get some repairs.
Bounces back into the way of traffic.
Yeah, and you said it earlier, we are not done yet. It's going to continue to be this chaotic throughout the entire race, but no cautions. It's all a battle of survival throughout this entire thing. Right now, up front, overall, it's going to be Raul Alves in the number 48, kind of all by himself up here as we maybe have some connection issues. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's going to slow him down a little bit. It's going to let Jarrett Curry get by, and he's going to be leading this thing overall in that number 10. And there's only 2 of the IRO ones up front right now. Third place overall is going to be Kenneth E. Smith in the IRO 5, number 3. And he has his work cut out for him, because about the top 5 of that class is all right in tow.
So we can still see we've got a bit of a pack in running for the 05s with Kahuri all the way out in front, just on his own. So can he drive now? Can he keep it out in front to survive? Just keep turning the laps down, or will he get caught up trying to pass all the traffic as we now see cars everywhere down the main straight, trying to navigate through Lotus 49s, the sprint cars.
Yeah, I mean, in a race like this, anything can happen, and you are not safe with a 1-lap lead. I'll tell you that right now. But right now, he is the one out there. Jarrett Curry is dominating this thing by an entire lap over the field. And yeah, that 007 of Tom Mahimis has worked his way up to second place overall, first place in class for the IRO 5s. I'm telling you, that's the battle on track right now, is that battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th in overall. And yeah, they're all pretty much right under a blanket. Everybody else kind of spread out throughout all the chaos, but these guys still drafting, minding their P's and Q's. You see them staying single file. Maybe a little bit of damage on that second place car there, but yeah, it's not worth pushing it too early. We still have a lot of race left.
Yeah, we're still looking at 40 minutes on the clock for the race, so we're not even a quarter of the way in. So a lot more to survive, a lot more carnage can happen as they try and get down the front straight to dodge all of the slower class cars.
Yeah, just jockeying for position the entire time. But like I said, these guys are using one of our key stories, the patience aspect right now. They could be trying to send it side by side draft each other and make something happen. But right now, they're kind of tame, just riding in line and making it work. We got a little bit of a battle here. This is Mahimis. Yeah, this is that battle for the lead of that class. And
someone's around them they just put themselves back in a pit lane. Was it a self spin or was that drama?
I wouldn't doubt it was just one car. It's probably about six. But yeah, it's one thing we haven't talked too much about though. Like, we just saw right there some of the IRO ones went flying by this pack of the IRO fives, and picking up that draft, that tow for the little bit of time that you have it could be a strategy call, and try to time out your moves a little bit, right? Maybe pull back a little bit so you can get that draft and try to slingshot around these guys. They're not fixing to do that right now, as they're still bumper to bumper for the top four positions in the '05 class here. But it gets near the end of this race, and that's something to think about.
At the rate of the carnage is going, we're definitely not going to have an issue with fuels and tires as we go through. It's a matter of surviving just to get to the lane, just weaving through all the cars as we continue on, as they continue line of stern down the back straight, around the corners as they start. But we're starting to see the field thin out now. Not many cars bunched up, getting through traffic's just a little bit easier for our '01s and '05s. Mainly catching them on the straights now, which is making their cars able to stick to their downforce.
Yeah, as you say that, I mean, you can still see there's a lot of rolling chicanes here, like, man, you got to stay on your toes with something like this. We see the IR01 right there, just unlapping himself from these guys, absolutely flying. Those things, I mean, they're turning 19,000 RPMs, 900 horsepower compared to the 650 or so from the IR05s. And I'm sorry. So, yeah, I mean, it's just such a big difference here. And I mean, you can hear the difference in the engines. You got V10s, you got V8s, you got everything out here. Yeah, that thing is maybe a little bit of aftermarket aerodynamics going on here for number 3 of Kenneth E. Smith. I don't know if it's helping him or hurting him though, because he's still holding on strong here in this in the third position in class, not too far behind Tom Mahimis. And yeah, definitely some damage though. You can see that thing; it's all skewed out. Maybe opting to get that fixed before it's too bad or it slows them down too much. We have the whole group of the IR05 leaders coming down pit road right now, starting with Tom Mahimis, I believe. It's going to be interesting to see who gets out front here. I believe Ant McPherson has stayed out, or at least had a better pit stall. Yeah, he also pitted. So, yeah, it looks like Tom's going to lead these guys back out and control that pack of the second best class right now. I say second best class, but they are second overall through 6th overall. Still up front is going to be Jarrett Curry in the number 10, all by himself out there on the island. Absolutely no incidents for Jarrett, as we see more parts heading into the stands down the front stretch.
Definitely an entertaining race to watch for the crowds. They're definitely getting their price of admission here. As we just passed lap 23 of our race, heading into around 35 minutes to go of the 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's certainly flying by. Definitely, it's nice to not have the cautions on something like this, because we might still be on lap 10. Who knows?
We would actually see the green flag very often with all the, but then again, we could also have cars back on the lead lap. So it's definitely a little bit of a up and down, but it's definitely kept the pace of the race without the cautions. As we watch here as Alex drafting.
He's going to use that draft, peek to the inside, and put Alex Triscas into second place overall, leader of his class in the IR05s here. And they're going to try to tuck back up. They need to get back into that similar strategy they had earlier where they're just going to stay in line, try to draft each other, and not put themselves at risk to lose some spots. But right now, strong performance from the 49 to 007, even the 3 and the 22 behind.
A little bit of trying to break the draft down the front straight, see if they can't shake each other off.
Yeah, this would be a good time. But maybe if Jake, if you want to take us through kind of an onboard lap here, give us a little bit of an idea just how chaotic this is from the driver's seat.
So as we fly through, as we're on board with Alex here, being in the 05, you're pretty much flat out for 99% of the lap as we peak here in 5th, flying down the front straight, watching the 01 go by. As you turn in, hold it tight onto the apex to then reach out, just trying to look after your tires and build momentum up through the corners. Not overdriving the car too much to hurt it. Using your sort of mirrors on entry, making sure that you're able to run tight. As we pass more of the slower past cars, we come back down the front straight, just keeping tight in the 4 corners of Indianapolis. Wave to the driver as he goes down the front straight as well.
I hear that. I'll tell you, we do have a big development here. Keaton Jones in the number 42 has unlapped himself from the IR05s. He's using all 900 horsepowers of that V10 to put himself back up in the second place in overall. Just an incredible performance here. Obviously had some issues, lost some laps in one of those wrecks. God knows which one. But able to rally back here and really, I mean, as far as his class is concerned, his biggest competition right now is going to be Matt Schlosser in the number 400. Right now, 7th overall. And I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 seconds back from Keaton. Maybe a little bit more than that. But yeah, right now, if you want a podium for number 42, you're watching in your mirror for that number 400.
We're definitely starting to see the field spread out now, though, which is nice to see. They're able to start and get into a bit more of a rhythm, a bit more of a draft, just push out some laps, make some gaps, seeing where they're able to hold on to their drive to survive run, working through all the traffic we've got left on track. We've definitely got a lot more of our 01s and 05s on track, but still running around with those sprint cars. You never know. They're very grip limited compared to our 01s and 05s having a bit more grip, as we can see as they just continue to turn out lap after lap. Shaking from left to right.
Yeah, Schlosser up to P3 now as well. Just 10 seconds back from Keaton Jones. Definitely in striking distance for that podium. And then we see Alex, the number 49, Tom Mahimis, and Ant McPherson still holding out the podium for the IRO5s. We haven't talked too much about him in a little bit here, unless we have a replay coming up. We're taking a look at Brad Adams in the number 76. Hard impact to the outside wall. Not the first time we've seen some parts falling off of that yellow Lotus, but yeah, it looked like pretty much a single car incident besides the net code that created it. But yeah, unfortunate for him. Come in. If you still got a fast repair, you best take it now. Get back out there and try to get some spots back. Looking back a little bit, we haven't talked too much about him, but right now, Andrew J. Watkins leading the Lotus 79 class, 16th place overall. incredible job from him. He's got a pretty good gap back to the next car in class, Camargo in the number 59. Then we have Kevin Taylor in the 38, rounding out the podium right now for the Lotus 79 class. And then the sprint cars have completely overtaken the Lotus 49 class right now. So right now, James Watson is going to be your leader in that class, with Neil Rutt just a lap behind him. And then Josh Batista 7 seconds behind him for podium in class. Taking a look at this battle for the IR05 lead, 4th place overall. It's still going on. We got the 49 and the 007 doling it out down into turn 4, coming down into turn 4 now, I believe. Coming down the front stretch, they're going to be going around a slower car, one of those Lotuses on the inside. It's the back stretch, not the front stretch. I knew I was going to be wrong if I guessed, but yeah, you see that draft really coming into effect, trying to break it, but sometimes that hurts you more than it helps you. It really keeps that that number, where are we, 007 right in tow as they're going around one of the sprint cars on the outside, down the front stretch into turn 1. Still tucked up, though, and making some headway here. They've kind of pulled away from the rest of the pack behind them. Looks like it's about 4.5 seconds back to Kenneth E. Smith in the number 3.
They're definitely using that draft to a great effect to be able to push on, turn out some laps as they pass all of the traffic, while still weaving to try and break each other's toe. As they get round, as we watch Tom, he thought about going around the outside, but just seeing there was some traffic on the wall, so put him back now off a little bit off the 49. Could we be seeing a potential overtake for the class lead in the 05s here shortly?
Yeah, I don't know about you, but anytime I'm behind somebody on a drafting track like this, unless it's a teammate, you got a couple laps and then I'm going to try something. So, you get bored, especially when you're kind of out there on your own. You got to make something happen, but it is probably wise to stay tucked up and use that draft to try to make time, as we see just the difference in lines here. And I know even in these cars, there is some aero blocking, right? So the second car in line is going to be tighter, and it's going to be cooking his tires a little bit more. It's something to think about, even if you are teammates, maybe swapping spots after a couple laps just to even out the tire wear a little bit, so you can both be faster in the long run. But we see maybe a pass looking to be made. He's going to stick his nose out, going to try the crossover, but that, yeah, he blocks it all the way down to pit road. I thought they were pitting for a second, but
it's definitely getting some more weaving going on now that as they get antsy sitting behind each other. Will we see a move, or will we see him tuck in tight and hold on till the next pit stop?
Yeah, right now, I think if you're going to do it, you got to try to use one of these other cars as a pick. You see that faster IR01 on the outside coming in the frame here. Maybe try to back off a little bit, get the draft from him, and then pass around the outside. Not going to do it. He's going to look to the inside, maybe. Thinks better of it. And Alex is still going to lead this thing down in the turn 1.
Heinen's just pitted and it's coming back out on the road now as we jump back to our fight for in class of the 05 and the 49 and the 007, running down the back straight.
Yeah, so that is a a great point. We saw Kynan pitting there, but I'll tell you, both him and Matt Schlosser have unlapped 1 lap from the overall lead here. Schlosser right now 2 laps back. Keating just pitting, and I think he's going to lose that lap yet again. But it's going to be close between him and Matt as the battle for second overall is going to heat up here. Have to see how things play out. But man, I hate that we haven't talked about him too much, but Jarrett's been up here leading this thing, dominating this race right now, out to a 2-lap lead, and smooth sailing for the driver to number 10. See just how fast these cars are going. 230, 240 miles an hour around this speedway. Right now, I'm watching it. He's up to 245 before he gets into turn 3 and absolutely hauling the mail in at number 10. We're going to move back a little bit. Look at this battle for the IRO 5 class lead. 4th place overall still. Alex is still holding on strong here. These guys kind of just tucked up. Like I said, maybe a little teamwork going on.
Come on up pit road now, side by side. Oh, a bit of a lock up there from the 007.
Yeah, sketchy pit road entrance there, but they were able to keep it out of the wall and keep it out of each other. And yeah, they're going to pit side by side. We'll have to see who pans out in front. Matt Schlosser right now getting by some of these slower cars coming down the front stretch. And once again, you just see that thing just flying down through here. He's passing some of these sprint cars on the outside. Right now, not too much doing for him. You know, there's nobody really near him until the pit strategy plays out. We're expecting to see maybe the 42 of Jones be in play here for second place overall, but it's going to take some unfortunate luck, I think, for Jarrett to lose some time and fall back here, as we have a penalty for the number 49 of Alex. I can't say his last name. I'm sorry. We're just going to call him Alex. And yeah, he's going to have to come down, serve a penalty, I believe. Probably speeding into pits, coming out of the pits, but that will hand that class lead over to Tom Mahemis in a 007, and he's going to have about 6 seconds back to Kenneth E. Smith, who is still holding on strong there. It's going to move him up into a top 5 position overall. And really not too far behind him is the 22 of McPherson. And that could be a battle that develops before the end of this thing as well. Just about a second behind. And we see all this traffic. I mean, anything can happen.
As we see
400 of match. Good.
I would say, yeah, 400 match Slosh now pitting. So we'll see if this brings the 42 of Kynan Jones back into play for next to the 400, or whether or not his undercut strategy may not have worked to be able to get back onto the back of him.
Yeah, we see Schlosser coming out on that pit road exit as we speak. And it looks like Jones is going to be just about a second behind. Once it gets up to speed, they're going to be about that even. We see Jones using that draft on the lap car in front of him. Yeah, he's there. I'll tell you, battle for second place is on overall, and I'll tell you, Matt Schlosser with those fresh tires is looking for every chance he can to kind of break away from this pack yet again. But that lap car is definitely coming into play. He's going to have Matt's draft, and then Keaton is going to have his draft. So the battle is on.
we hit lap 47. So we've got just under 20 minutes to go of this race now. We're all pretty spread out. Been green flag running with relative no contacts for a little while now. So will we see this to the end, or will it get a little bit more chaotic as we make the closing stages of the race, as we still dodge traffic all around?
It's getting chaotic right now. I'll tell you that. Jones is going to make that pass on Matt Schlosser. Put him in the second place overall in that number 42. Schlosser's going to tuck in line and maybe actually try to fight back here as they get around one of the IRO 5s on the inside there. Still a 3-car pack here. 1 car is a lap down. Not exactly sure who that is, that blue car, the 3rd car in line. But we got a big move. Matt Schlosser looking to the inside, down the backstretch. Is he going to be there in time? It looks like he's going to make that move into turn 3. We'll see just how tight they are coming down the short chute into turn 4. Schlosser still holding that inside line. Looks like he's going to prevail coming down the backstretch. We got a car doing a wheelie, and I'm not sure who that was.
I guess we spoke too soon. Cars were running cleanly, and then next minute we see one's lost its wheel down the backstretch.
Yeah, and look at this pack here, too. You got Kenneth E. Smith kind of mixed up with a couple of different classes here. But right now, I mean, he's got, looks like one IRO 5 in front of him, or is that yeah, it's another one of his class in front of him, a lap down, I believe. And he's got a little bit of help behind him from Ant Pearson trying to make some headway and came back in on the lead of this pack, which is Tom Mahinas. Man, look at him just fan out coming down the front stretch, and they got the faster cars coming by on the inside. I'm telling you, the best thing to do is stay drafted up right now, and you got to be able to try to keep some clean air on your nose a little bit. But coming down the stretch, you just want to stay tucked up. It's going to help you in the long run. We still have a lot of time left here. I mean, we're talking about 16 minutes. I mean, it's not a small track. That's a lot of road ahead of you. And we see, car down to the inside. But these guys are doing what you need to do. Stay tucked up, try to make up that track position. Big development into the outside wall. It's going to be Matt Schlosser. He had a 400 to Matt Schlosser. Big impact to the outside wall. He's going to lose a tire or two, and he's going to have to come down and repair that thing. That 3rd place finish is looking like it's up in the air right now. And unfortunate for the 400.
Just looked like he got loose on just mid-corner to the exit and put it up into the wall and then tapped from behind. That's a big development in this top 3 chase.
You know, he might be okay. If he has a fast repair, he might be okay to stay 3rd in class. But he's definitely losing that 3rd place overall. We'll see if he's able to get it back before the end of this thing, because it's 2 laps back to the 4th place car in class. And we also see a black flag for Keenan Jones. Keenan Jones here. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe coming in the pits and sped again? I'm not sure. Things are shaking up, though, in the top 3 overall. But I'll tell you, one driver that is not minding seeing what he's seeing right now is Jarrett Curry out there at number 10. He's been leading this thing pretty much from the start. And He says, "You guys go ahead. You can crash. You can get your black flags. You can do whatever you want. I'm just out here riding. I'm having a good time." He's got a 4-lap lead on the field right now. Absolute incredible show from Jarrett.
Yes, as we quickly touch base, as we go around currently in the O1s, we've got Jarrett Curry out in front, and then in the number 10 for the O5s, we've got the 007 of Tom Monahemis, currently still just cruising around with Kennedy in behind for P2. Running around, then in the Lotuses, we will have Andrew J. Watkins in the 45, still just cruising around in the Lotus 79. And then as we jump back to the sprint cars, still running cleanly and on his own is James Watson, just running around in that sprint car. We haven't seen many of the Lotus 49 still running. Probably some early dramas, just taking a lot of those guys out to the line. We still have.
Oh, that's a bad time to go to a replay. What was that? Somebody just launched going in almost over the fence. Look out, that ball is out of here. And yeah, he's going to rest on his roof, running over that sprint car there. There's nowhere to go. You know, the difference in speed, the sprint car pops off the wall just a little bit. And man, what an impact. Other big impact here for the number 49.
Alex. Tuesday's gone
Alex is,
from bad to worse.
As he was tracking some hardware. Yeah. Joey Kirk right now. I don't see that, but right now running in 10th place. Yeah, oh yeah, I see it though. Yeah, that right front wheel is gone. Unfortunate circumstances. He already had some issues early on in this race. Started up front, and man, it's just been a dreadful night for the number 19 of Joey Kirk, and not adding to it right now. I'll tell you right now, he's just about last on track in his class, and he's going to be dropping like a rock after that incident. I'll tell you though, this battle for second place overall, with that penalty from Jones, it's not over yet. Matt Schlosser, with that incident, is able to get back up to about 5-6 seconds back. And yeah, with a little bit of luck, he might be up there fighting for that second place position once again.
We still see Kenneth and Ant McPherson in the 3 and the 22 of the 005 still battling together, trying to chase down the 007. Will we see them get on the back of as well as we close to the final 10 minutes of the race?
Yeah, those two are under a blanket right now. The number 3 and the number 22, second and third in class for the IRO5s. And yeah, definitely making some headway. It's going to take a little bit of luck, I think, to get up to the 007 of Tom. But yeah, definitely. That's probably our closest battle on track right now for a position anyway. But we still have a whole host of drivers out here, different classes, all kinds of stuff going on. It looks like we have another penalty for Joey Kirk. Unfortunate for the driver to 19. Hopefully we can get that cleared and keep moving on. But yeah, Ant Pearson, though, within a 10th, just about a 10th of a second behind Kenneth E. Smith, really making some headway here and fighting for the podium on the IRO 5 class as we see him come down pit road. It looks like I think he was maybe able to get by him on entry there. It's going to be interesting to see how they come out of the pits.
with 9 minutes to go, the race is definitely not over. Anything can happen still at this track with all these cars on track. We could see some late drama. We could see some early drama. It'll be who can hold their line and just continue going around. But as the car 10 still just out with the clean air.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of time for things to happen. And I'll tell you, we saw some drama on pit road there. It looked like Ant was able to get by Elmer, I believe, right? Or no, maybe not. Maybe it was Kenneth. I think Kenneth might have got back out in front. But regardless, right now, that battle is going to be right now for the lead of the second class here. Tom Mahimis is going to be leading it by about 3 seconds over Kenneth E. Smith. Ant McPherson about 3 seconds behind that. And yeah, I mean, overall right now, it's just been all Jarrett Carey.
We've also seen Peter Donacek climb back up to 4th overall. Still a few laps down on the 42 and the 400. Managed to claw his way back up, which has been nice. Will he come into play late in the race? With the 400 and the 42 having a few dramas early on, anything's still possible through here.
Yep, it absolutely is. And that gap for second place, or for third place, I should say, is closing. We said it was about 6 seconds before. It's about 4.5 now. So maybe a little bit too little, a little too late for Matt Schlosser, but definitely still in the fight for that second place position. And like you said, if those guys get racing and make a mistake, very well could put Peter Donacek right into the podium position. Oh my. See, he's so tight down the straightaway there. Kenneth E. Smith trying to hold on to this 6th place position. And man, the 22 of Ant just man, almost had something going there, but man, they just about came together and wrecked each other, trying to work their way through some of this lap traffic. Used the draft just a little bit, but they're still nose to tail coming down the backstretch. The number 3 of Kenneth Smith is going to lead the way. So he gets a little wide, but there's a slow car up top. He has to cut it back down. And McPherson is going to have a run coming down the front stretch. He's got the draft. Is he going to be able to make a move? Coming down to the start-finish line, he's going to look to the outside, try to use that momentum, maybe a crossover to get the job done. Not able to do it. The aero block worked as it should, I suppose, but he's going to have to back it down and try it again. This is the hottest battle on track. We're going to stay on this one. Obviously, we got the lead. Jarrett's out there to a sizable gap. We got the 42 of Jones and 400 of Schlosser pretty handily in their positions as well. But this battle for second place in the IRO 5 class is hot. And it's getting right down to the end of this thing. Just under 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes to go. And these guys are nose to tail. Number 22 just waiting for a mistake, waiting for a little bit of fresh air, just a right run to be able to get by the number 3 of Kenneth Smith. Not able to do it yet. Still right in his wake. Yeah, still the same deal. Coming down into turn 1. Just not able to produce that run. Or maybe he's just content for now and waiting, right? You don't want to put yourself in a disadvantage by maybe putting yourself out into the lead and the other car gets a big run to battle back by you. But right now, McPherson is waiting in the wings, waiting to make a move. He's going to have a little bit of a different angle coming into turn 4 here. potentially a little bit of a run as well. We'll see what he does with it. Coming down towards the start finish line with 4 minutes to go. Just a handful of laps here at Indianapolis.
So the gap of the 03 and the 22 back from the 07 is also only about 5 seconds. So will they work together to try and get back onto the back of the 07 and bring it into a three-way battle for first, second, and third on the podium? Or will they just keep tucking in and fight and see which one will come victorious for second? As they continue to tuck in and keep churning out the laps. As we're about to break the 3-minute mark here of the race to go.
Still just a razor's edge separating the drivers of the number 3 to number 22 right on his bumper coming down the backstretch. Still unable to make anything happen here. Kenneth Smith doing a great job defending as the 22 looks to the outside. Not able to draw a beat on him quite, but we'll see if he's able to get that crossover as they go by some traffic. Not yet. He's waiting in the wings, man. He's not ready to pounce just yet. I think you got to build a little bit more of a run before you make that move, but I'll tell you what, if I'm the driver to number 3, I am sweating right now. There it is. He's going to pull to the outside, try to use that draft from the faster cars. They're going to be side by side in the turn 3. The number 3 has the edge, but the number 22 has the momentum. Coming down the front stretch, they're going to be side by side. Looks like me person is going to have the edge getting down into turn 1, but how tight do you run him? Do you run him all the way down to the apron and risk wrecking yourself? He's going to give him a little bit of room, but the 3 pushes up. Almost cuts his nose off, and man, that was almost a huge incident right there. Good job from the 22 for lifting.
They've brought the gap down now to the 007 down to 4 seconds from 5, but we may just be out of time for them to catch the 007 as they continue to battle nose to tail. Either way, the battle between them are heating up as they look to go again. Will the 22 get the job done on the 3? Or will the 3 be able to hold on?
Man, I'll tell you. Right now, you flip a coin, I couldn't tell you. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I mean, definitely gaining in quite a bit on the 007 there. And yeah, man, I'd say, it's definitely too late as I believe we're going to be getting a white flag probably this time around for Jarrett Curry. But yeah, we're going to have to keep our eye on that battle. But right now, yeah, Jarrett is up here, been just absolutely dominating this thing, pretty much led from start to finish. Out here with a 3-lap lead over Keenan Jones and Matt Schlosser. Not sure where we are right now. It says 22 seconds to go, so I think this is going to be the white flag this time by. I could be wrong. And there it is, one more time around here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The number 10 of Jarrett Curry leading this thing handily, but he still has some lap cars to get through before the end of this thing. You can see in front of him, it's absolute chaos. It looks like Mario Kart out there as they're coming down the backstretch. And Jarrett, it's going to get some clean air. He's got two more cars to deal with in these last 2 turns, but right now it's smooth sailing for the number 10. Coming out of turn 4 and down the front stretch, it's going to be Jarrett Curry and the number 10 winning the 6th annual TNT Indy Classic race.
And while Jarrett Curry comes across the line, we've had the car 3 and 22 playing swapsies as they're coming to the line as well.
Whoa. It's going to be a drag race.
So as we were watching
Right down
on
to the
Jack
end.
Kerry finish, we had the end of them swapping back around, and then rag race of the noses to the end of the line.
Yeah, 6/1000ths of a second is going to be the gap between the 3 and the 22 there. And we saw that battle coming. That was the battle on track. Oh, the last 10, 15 laps there. And it came right down to the wire. Incredible job.
But what a race. To see early carnage, some clean running, small mistakes turning into big damage. It had it all.
Yeah, it absolutely did. And I think it was probably just about what we expected here. You know, a little bit of chaos, some good racing in the midst of it. We're going to see if Jarrett is going to burn this thing down on the front stretch. You remember, you got to mind the bricks. You know, you don't want to tear them things up. They're sacred.
We watched a few of the post-race victory laps and burnouts now as we finish off. It was a great race by all.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we saw some incredible stuff there as we see some more incredible scenes on the front stretch here. What a celebration, just giving up on life after winning the race. But I'll tell you, we're going to take a look at the results. Yeah, Jarrett Curry winning this thing, leading pretty much all of it, maybe all of it, I'm not exactly sure. We had that battle between Keaton Jones and Matt Schlosser. It really came right down to the end. A couple of mistakes, but they still were tied at the hip. And then fourth place is going to be the last car, the IR01. It's going to be fourth place, Peter Dunchak. Kind of a quiet night. We didn't talk too much about him, but he was a sleeper the entire time and brings him in the top 5.
Then in the 6th, you had, in 5th, you had Inter Thomas winning the 005s, and then into 6th, you had Kenneth E. Smith, followed behind, as we've seen that close battle between Kenneth and then Ant McPherson through to 7th. Then a little bit behind, in the 19th, we had coming across 8th was Joey Kurt, 9th was Corey Crowell, and 10th was Elmer Joseph.
Yeah, we're going to move on. 11th place overall, 6th place in class, Miles Gilsinger. Another one we didn't talk too much about, but he had a pretty clean night. He was only a handful of laps back, and yeah, had a pretty close battle there. I mean, it was 20 seconds, but to George A. Ward in the number 21 in 12th place. Then we have 8th place in class, Adam Peeler, coming home a lap behind them. 33 of Sean Wakeler, and then Travis Fleming looks like is going to round out the lead IR05s. We're going to have our first Lotus 79 driver, and this battle, it's a couple laps too, but this thing went on all night long. Andrew J. Watkins coming home with that win. You saw the that 4-car battle all throughout the race, and incredible job from him. And it's going to be the number 59 of Nij Camargo. Oh, I'm sorry. Coming up in 17th.
So then across in 18th, we had the car number 76 of Brad Adams. And then 19th, we had Devon Strauch. And in 20th, we had the start to the sprint cars of James Watson. Moving across, we then had a sprint car again in Neil Rutt in 21st. 22nd, we had Carl Allen.
Yeah, it's going to be Gary DeMose in second place in class for the Lotus 49s there. 24th overall with Alex Tricas. I'm sorry. Coming in 24th. Then we have Joseph Piscui in 25th place. Kevin Taylor, Josh Ballista, Tanner Samoas. Going to bring you back to 28th there. Then 29th is going to be Zach T. Evans. Chris Lunan coming in 30th with Jordan Vrooman coming in 31st.
Then we had Chris Lunan come across in, and then 32nd we had Andrew Holland. 33rd we had Ron Mahoney. 34th was Rahul Alves. Unfortunately, seen him drop early on, so he dropped quite down the list. In 35th we had Cameron D. Taylor. 36th was Chase Stewart. 37th was Matthew Raymond. 38th was Sean English. 39th, you have Colin Bennett, and 40th would be Garen Pick.
We're going to round out the field here. It's going to be Peyton Strickland in 40th place, and then, well, I guess he's 41st. Then it's going to be Michael Norman 6 in 42nd. So then we have Zane Jackson, Austin S. Hill in 44th, and we have Mary Clark in 45th place tonight, Kyle Evers in 46th, and rounding out the field is going to be Edgar Estefanu. Man, I'm awful. I should have practiced these names beforehand, but there's so many cars, so many people. I apologize if I messed up your name and for making light of the situation. But yeah, man, that's a 47 car field there. An incredible race, incredible show all throughout, and yeah, thanks to everybody who showed up, and that was a lot of fun to watch. Roger that. We're going to step away before our post-race interviews for a quick word from our partners here at the Inside Lane Productions. We'll be right back on the other end.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
All right, back here live from Indianapolis Motor Speedway after the conclusion of the TNT Throwback IndyCar race here. We're ready to talk to our top finishers from each class. I believe we're going to start with our lowest class, right? Which would be the Lotus 49s. Yeah. So it looks like that's going to be Kyle Allen. Do we have Kyle Allen?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're here already. Look at that. You snuck up on me.
I did.
Congrats on the podium finish here, or winning your class, I should say. And that number 999, I'll tell you what, you started fifth. You worked your way up, man. Just what was it like getting through the chaos and maybe trying to work together with some of the draft and everything out there tonight?
Yeah, I'd say I actually didn't have any practice, and kind of jumped in. I wanted to do this as a highlight of my week. I appreciate you guys putting it on. It was quite a fun race, I'd say. A breath of fresh air. But yeah, it's jumping in. I actually had my son riding along with me for half the race, so he was learning the draft, figuring out where how to get behind cars, avoid wrecks, do things like that. And about halfway through the race, he's getting tired, so had to stop, front stretch, pull him out. It was a lot of fun, kind of like a driver change. But I think it was the main point was just avoiding all the wrecks and all the chaos that was going on. But you know, it looked like a lot of fun in the other classes as well. It was you know, I think I had a fairly good battle there with third there at the end. He was kind of sticking there with me, and we kind of trading back and forth time on that. But you know, I said it was trying to stay clean and stay out of trouble. So it was fun.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it was certainly a show. And I mean, probably my biggest question right now is just, was there one moment that sticks out that you thought it was all over? Like, we saw some wild wrecks, and I'm sure you probably had a front row seat for some of them, right? You know, just because they were all over the place. Was there one moment that sticks out? It's like, oh man, I just barely made it through that one.
Yeah, I'd say the first lap or two. I think it was. I saw a bunch of cars just kind of pile up, and it was a little bit scary there. I actually ended up in upside down on the front stretch, the whole front stretch at like one point in time. I think I traveled the whole way, blacked out for at least a good 10 seconds, and somehow ended up still getting the tow back. And I said it was just trying to stay clean. But yeah, there was it was a lot of fun. The chaos was welcome too. You know, it's fun running so close with other people trying to pass and avoid getting hit, avoid hitting others. And you know, I don't get a chance to drive the Lotus 49. It's my favorite car. So I said, you know what? Why not? This looks something different, something fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good format, and yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was certainly fun to watch, I'll tell you that, and definitely a no quit attitude there. They got you the winning class. Definitely gave up after being on your lid for a while. So yeah, good job sticking it out, man, and getting that thing done, man. Congratulations on your winning position here tonight. Before we let you go, do you have any shout outs, sponsors, friends, family at home watching? Have at it.
Yeah, I'd say my team, Vision One Motorsports. We're always trying to be as active and have a lot of fun and just hang out and have a good time. I was the only one to make it this time, but you know, I'm trying to get them out and about. You know, my family, my wife and my son, and thanks to my son specifically, as he kept us going for the first
Your co-driver,
yeah, my co-driver for the first half of the race. And you know, he had it looked like he was having a lot of fun too, so I'll have to get him up and going, doing stuff like this too. So it was good.
Well, that sounds good, man. And yeah, go celebrate that win with the team, man. And yeah, we appreciate you coming out, and once again, congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that's going to be our Lotus 49 winner. I'm sorry, 79 winner. We're going to move on. That was Kyle Allen. We're going to move on. I believe, Jake, you got caught up with Tom, our winner in the, is it the sprint car? So, man,
Tom in the 005, the Dolaras. Hey, Tom, it's us in the booth. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're all right. How was that for you? Because us sitting up here in the booth, it just looked like a bunch of dodge and weave, and can you survive?
Yeah, no, it was, definitely like the first two crashes in turn 2, I had to like Lightning McQueen my way out of that one. That was kind of scary moment. Need a change of pants after that one, but no, we made it through, made it clean, and yeah, just trying to avoid like all the slower cars, avoid the faster cars as well, and yeah, made it through clean, thankfully.
So was there any moment in that race where you were able to just stop and breathe and just focus on turning your laps, or was it always sort of, where have I got to put this car next?
I mean, there was like a couple laps here and there where I would have like a clear track. I would, you know, have only one car to pass, but you know, I'm always having to look in the mirror, look ahead, what's going to happen, what am I going to do, where am I going to go, and it was, yeah, very very busy race to say the least.
It definitely looked enjoyable out there. Is there any highlight of the race that you'd like to share with us today?
Definitely the first crash in turn 2, making my way through that one. That was definitely a highlight for me.
Well, yeah, definitely looked busy, but well done on the win. And we'll let you give a shout out here. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to? Sponsors, friends, family?
Yeah, shout out you guys in the booth, and James and Matt for popping this up, and for everyone for showing up. Shout out Bennett Racing, and shout out to Ant. I was running with him. We were trying to work together a bit for that one, and yeah.
Amazing. Well done on the win. Congratulations in the 005. Definitely seemed a planted and fast car around this track, and we'll let you chillax, relax, and get ready for your next race that you have lined up, and have a lovely day, evening where you are.
Cool. Cheers, Jake. Have a good one as well.
Well, that was lovely meeting up with our Dallara 05 winner. As we now move on to, we'll have Andrew Watkins in the booth. I'll give it over to you, Johnny.
Yep, Andrew Watkins taking home the win in the Lotus 79 class here in at number 45. And take us through your race a little bit. We saw it was pretty wild at the beginning. There was kind of a pack of you guys all kind of nose to tail and fighting it out, and things got a little bit spread out. How was the race?
The race was pretty good up until the point of the sprint car crash coming out of 2, and that scared me, and after that I was pretty much checked out from the rest of the Lotuses, so it's pretty smooth sailing except for dodging all the fast cars.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's not something that we probably see too often here on the iRacing service, but just how is it getting in a race where there is no cautions and all these different cars? It's absolute chaos, I'm sure. But like, what is the mindset? Is it just survival, or are you trying to like kind of work together with people?
I honestly joined the race not expecting to make it 10 minutes. I had 3 minutes of practice, which was my qualifying, and I just tried to survive, and it worked out.
I'll tell you, it worked out flawlessly, bringing home the win in class by a handy margin. It looks like he had a 2-lap lead over second place, and I'll tell you, just an incredible show there for the number 45. Yeah, before we let you go, celebrate with the team. Floor is yours for any sponsor shout outs, friends, family at home watching. Anybody want to shout out, have at it.
I just want to say thanks to the guys that race with me all the time, and that's pretty much it. And James and Matt for putting it up.
Oh, roger that, man. And I'm sure they appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Once again, congratulations on the win, man.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to be the Lotus 79 winner here tonight. I believe, Jake, you got caught up with Jarrett, our overall winner.
Yeah, hey there, Jarrett. We're up here in the booth. How are you?
Good.
So, taking out the win overall and in the class for the Dallara 01s, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Was it much of a scary race, or just clean running and able just to run your lines and keep the car where you wanted it for that?
Yeah, the beginning was pretty scary. I just decided, since I was starting at the back already, to just hang back and try to avoid all the carnage, which worked. And then from there, I sort of settled in. And by the end of like the first stint and for the second stint, it was pretty chill. And then the first stint, I just had like one IRO one. I think I had Joey behind me like 7 laps down, and he was maybe a little scary. So I was just sort of hanging back from him, sort of not taking any risks at that point. But it was a little scary, but kind of less scary than practice, because I think the 49s and the sprint cars are doing a sort of pretty good job holding like the top. So like they're being predictable. If anything, the 79s are probably the most scary, because I was approaching them at a lot of speed, and some of them it was hard to tell like where they were going. But overall, pretty good.
Any super highlights of your race tonight, or was it just all pretty clean running? Any moments that stuck out for you?
None come to mind. I think maybe one lap at the beginning where I had to slam on the brakes to avoid a crash. I haven't seen that one yet, but that's probably like the only highlight, and that was a while ago, so I don't even remember it all that well. But from there, it is pretty smooth running.
From memory, you ran across the line with about a 3-lap gap to your counterpart in second place, so that's quite nice. And able to run quite a bit of clean. Is there any sort of shout outs you'd like to do across the board?
Just people running this event. You guys for broadcasting it. That's it.
Amazing. We'll wish you the best of the rest of your day, and thank you for coming along and having some fun with us.
You too.
And as our last one up, but definitely not lucky last, we'll have James in the Sprint Cup. Over to you, Johnny.
Yeah, bringing home the win in the Sprint Car division here in the TNT IndyCar Classic. I'll tell you, James, man, what a run. And you got to tell us, how is it driving those cars? Just such a different pace from some of the other cars out there. And like, how much are you watching your mirror more than you're watching in front of you?
I think I only spent about 20% of the race actually looking forward, and most of it was just looking down in the corner, looking at the relative. It's absolutely terrifying because, you know, this car is ridiculously hard to drive. You know, there's so much power. The power to weight ratio is ridiculous, and then there's absolutely no downforce or anything to help you grip. So it's not necessarily a problem in the corners. Sometimes it will kind of shoot up towards the wall and you have to kind of wrestle it back, but really the really scary thing is just the straightaways and trying to keep all that power down, especially as the run goes on and you burn fuel off, because we always run like as much fuel as possible in the sprint car because all the weight from the fuel in the back helps weigh it down and give you a little more grip. Once I got to about 10 gallons left of our 28-gallon tank, I was basically like half throttle because anything else, and I will death wobble my way into a wall all by myself without even moving the wheel. That's how undrivable it can be. So, and at that point, like, my whole strategy was just run the middle the whole way around no matter what, so that way, in the off chance I didn't notice IndyCar or a 79 on my relative, that they can still just blast right on by on the inside without any issues. And really, it just, a lot of luck went my way with the fact that, you know, pretty much everyone else in the sprint car class died. That's pretty much how I won that race. You know, especially like that huge all sprint car wreck at the beginning and being able to just barely scoot by. And yeah, somehow I ended up with a 0x throughout that whole race. Not a single incident.
that is incredible. I'll tell you that. And man, just as absolutely chaotic as that race was, that's something to hang your head about, or, you know, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. But either way, man, yeah, incredible job bringing home that win. You had a 2-lap lead, like you said. You avoided the chaos. That's how you did it. You did a masterful job of that. 820 horsepower, ain't easy to handle with no downforce, man. I'll tell you that. And yeah, those things were out there, man. It was an incredible show. Before we let you go, first of all, I don't. Are you part of the Team Watson setups here that is the sponsor, or?
That's me.
Assuming you are. So that's going to
Yep.
lead me into, before we let you go and celebrate with the team, you got sponsor shout outs, friends, family at home. Certainly shout out your setup company, you know?
Yeah, first of all, I just gotta thank everyone for showing up. Yeah, this is an event that's near and dear to my heart. We've been doing this a long time now, our 6th year. So it's always a lot of fun, especially for me, being able to bring around a lot of my favorite people from all the different leagues and organizations and areas that I spend time with and interact with on a daily and weekly basis, to kind of bring all of them up in here for a really fun but absolutely stupid race where everyone's just kind of screaming for their life. So thanks for everyone showing up, and thanks for Kobe and you guys for hopping on and doing the broadcast, especially you and Jake hopping in very last minute to call the race. It's a big thank you to both of you guys and the whole inside lane team, because I know Kobe was having to thrash about to make sure we had coverage for tonight. So I gotta thank him and everything that he does for me and helps me out with. I gotta thank, of course, everyone at Team Watson Racing Setups. Use code Watson39 for 10% off at checkout. Icon Sim Racing Apparel, Binks Designs, ZS Designs, Dizzy V Designs, and Control Z Designs for doing all of my paint schemes, and my folks for watching at home. And yeah, bringing out, this was my 3rd win in the sprint car. So now next year I will try and see if I can become the first one, the first member of the 4-timers club here in the Vintage Indy.
Well, hell, we'll be looking for it, man. I'll tell you did an incredible job here tonight, and great job putting this thing on. All the folks out here that, you know, we've seen out here, incredible race from everybody. And yeah, go celebrate that win with the team, man.
Yes, sir. Cheers, guys.
All right. Well, I think that's just about going to do it here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The TNT Indy Classic, or Vintage IndyCar race, the 6th annual race here at Indianapolis. What a show, man. Absolute chaos, but there's some incredible racing as well. Any final thoughts, Jake, before we sign off?
No, just it was one hell of a race. It had it all. It had carnage, it had clean laps, it had pace, it had driver talent, it had all laughs and fun. It was great. I do appreciate James and Kobe and everyone else here giving me the chance to come up into the booth and commentate, from taking on my normal driving styles where I race V8 supercars around ovals. And it was good being up here in the booth for you, Johnny.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I definitely appreciate it too. Appreciate the show. Everybody watching, everybody that helps put these things on. I mean, hey, it's been 6 years in a row. That's pretty good. And, you know, congrats to everybody who came out here, had a good race. Congrats to all the winners, and shout out to Kobe for working the keys behind the scenes here tonight, doing an incredible job. And yeah, hey, can't wait to see what happens next year. That's going to do it, though. From here at Indianapolis, from Inside Lane Productions, the TNT Indianapolis Classic here. And yeah, we'll see you next time.